Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, since we're all over the world tuning in to Smrt Live to learn English together. This is English for academic purposes. I see there's lots of familiar faces in the chat. I'm wondering if there's anybody new here. Is it anybody's first time? If so, say hi. But hello, Leo. Hello, Deary. Sarbaji is here. Ataman, JB, Rosa. Hi, Rosa. Good morning. Who else do we have? We have Letitia. Letitia is here. Game On is here. Hi, how's it going? Let's see. Venci, Nina. First time for Letitia. Welcome. Everybody say hi to Letitia. Ida is here. Good afternoon. Hello. French Leo. Bonjour to you too. Remember, everybody, please keep it to English in the chat. That way we can practice together. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, good night. Wherever you are in the world, I'm glad you're here with us today. This is the second in a series of 2 classes on academic reading. So you might remember last week we studied our skills, our strategies for academic reading, and we talked about how it was related to academic writing, because we talked about academic writing before. So lots of good information. We had some reading homework, which I'll just remind everyone of the homework, and then we don't have time for corrections today, but I will give personal corrections to our premium subscribers. So we had a lesson on our academic reading. It was on sleep cycles. So we talked a little bit about the vocabulary, but we also had a little bit of homework, and I'll go over that again with you. But I'm just bringing up the lesson here. We're going to go into more detail and talk about those strategies and apply them in today's class. And then we'll talk a little bit about what our next classes will look like. So really quickly, I'm going to take attendance for our premium subscribers. Letitia, we're excited you're here as well. Glad to have you. All right. American guy. You don't look like an American guy, isn't it? Ottoman. So your sentence would be, you don't look like an American guy, do you? Question tags at the end to reinforce our question and to check for understanding. So what kind of guy do I look like? I am an American guy. I was born in America, in Spokane, Washington. I'll show you a map of where I am right now, actually. Right here, Spokane, Washington. So I'll show you the map and I'll zoom out. Here we go, zooming out. Here's Spokane. This is where I am. Northwest United States, in the state of Washington, not Washington, D.C., which is East Coast. I am here in Washington State. And this is what my city looks like. This is downtown. There's a big river, a lot of walking bridges. It's a pretty city. Looks like a gray day. Most of the days are very sunny here. We get a lot of sunshine. I'm going to take attendance for our premium subscribers here, and then we're going to go right into our lesson. So if you need more info on how to become a premium subscriber, you get your first month is free, so just sign up. You can do it. You can, of course, attend class for free, but you could also sign up for one of our classes by Abby, the wonderful Abby, who's here in Spokane too. Sean, the amazing Sean, so talented in his English skills. He's like an English ninja. He is up in Canada in beautiful Vancouver. And then we have Mr. Neil, one of the funniest guys I know. He is teaching upper intermediate English. He's here in Spokane. And then some dorky guy right here. I don't know who that is. You can take the English level test for free. It's a 60-minute test to test your English skills. But definitely check it out. And you can email Zach if you have any questions. Zach has lots of answers. I'll put his email in the chat. It's Zach at smartenglish, SMRTENGLISH.com. Born in the USA is an awesome song, Sarbajit. Yes. Let's see. Erin says she has problems with her account. Erin, just email Zach. He'll help you with your account. No problem. Okay. And Navat is here as well. I still didn't reply to what, Sarbajit? If there's a question I missed, just please ask me again. I will try to make sure I'm attentive to the chat. It goes so quick. You guys ask so many wonderful questions. I love it. Keep asking questions. That's what I want. We have 45 people here right now, so that's good. I'm glad that we have so many people in the chat. Invite a friend, bring a friend, introduce them to the class. The more conversation, the better. If we get enough people in the chat too, we can get maybe Neil on the chat as well, or someone else, so we can answer your questions twice as fast. All right, so I'm going to go back to our lesson now. So here were our notes. Just review the notes from last week. This was on the 18th. We want to understand the assignment and topic. So if you're given a topic for your reading, or if your book has a cover, a title, you want to read that, and make sure you understand what your main topic is. That's the first step. The second is to understand how to read quickly. If you are in an academic class, remember this is English for academic purposes. So this is to help you in university, in college, in a technical school, and in a business environment. These skills will apply to business as well. You want to understand the topic and then understand how to read quickly for the information that you need. So quickly and efficiently. So you want to skim the passage. If you don't remember what the word skim means, watch last class. We talked about it a little bit, or send me an email. And efficiently. So you're going to read in more detail on the subjects that you need information for. So some of the good questions last week were, how do I remain interested in a topic? A lot of our topics can seem boring. Here's a reading that we're going to do today, sleep cycles, which I find interesting. I think sleep is a really fascinating topic, but maybe you don't. Maybe you don't find the same fascination in science topics, neurology, sleep, those kind of things. So I'll teach you skills to make reading interesting to you, to make it fun. I'll tell you my thought process and how I try to make reading interesting for me, and hopefully that will work for you also. Okay, just checking the questions here. Sarbajit, we will email again, okay? Let's talk about it after class. And could you change into passive voice? My mother promised me a bike if I passed my examination. Ataman, we can give you other examples of passive language in another class, but this one's about reading strategies. So let's come back to that. Check out Neil's class or Abby's class. They talk about passive voice a little bit more. Also, Sean has some great videos, I think, on passive voice. Elysian is from Azerbaijan. Awesome. Azeri is a beautiful language. I have a friend here in Spokane that's Azerbaijani. He's a great guy. His name's Ruslan. He's awesome. So shout out to Ruslan if you're watching. Okay, Rosa doesn't want to use her laptop, but our class deserves it. Some of you are probably watching on your phones. Some are on your laptops. Thank you for being here. Okay. Let's see. I love to make long paragraphs. Paragraphs are good. And some of you hate writing, but you love just, I'm not sure that word, Ataman. If you hate writing, I think maybe you just haven't found a topic that you want to write about. So don't immediately hate something. Hate is a really strong emotion, and it's too strong for something you don't even like. So don't focus on the hate. Focus on the fact that I think you just haven't found something that interests you yet, and I'm happy to help you do that. First time watching for Don Sis Don Sister Bathan. Hello, everybody say hi. Ada, yes, you can ask a question, any question you like. Ada's question is illness and sickness different? Illness and sickness are words that are commonly used in the same way. Let me think about that. That's a great question. I will write that down. And if I don't get to it this class, I will send out an email or post a comment at the end of the video. Thank you, Sushi Kumar. Best teacher in the whole world. I don't know. There's a lot of good contenders out there, but I'm grateful that you think so. Okay, so here we go. What if you don't know a lot about the topic? Teresa, thank you for bringing us back to our subject. That is a great question. What if I don't know a lot about the topic? Earlier, I just was reviewing the notes and I said you have to know the topic. If you don't know a lot about the topic, be okay with this being your first introduction to the topic. So sleep cycles, you probably know the word sleep. You might not know what the phrase sleep cycles means, but don't be afraid of the unknown. We all have to learn something. We talked a little bit last class, and I reminded students that there was a time where Albert Einstein, a human being who's regarded to be one of the most intelligent people in the last 1,000 years, Albert Einstein, there was a time when he did not know the alphabet. He did not know his own language. He did not know how to tie his shoes. He did not know how to feed himself. There was a time that we all knew nothing, so it's important to remember that and be okay not knowing the topic. So first step to not knowing the topic is don't be afraid of it. Don't worry about that. It's okay. Chances are if your teacher or professor or boss is giving you a subject, more likely a teacher or professor is giving you a subject, it's likely that you don't know a lot about it. And it's probable that your peers, people sitting next to you, also don't know about it. So be okay with that. Other great questions about who's and whom and asking a question, that's a whole nother grammar topic we'll talk about in another class, probably Abby's class or Sean's class. How to understand a persuasive essay, we'll talk more. We talked about persuasive writing in our writing segment just before, so check out some earlier videos. If we don't know about a topic, maybe research on the internet. That's true. I can give you guys some good research sites as well. Certain topics. One that strikes me immediately is the Owl Purdue website. I'll just share this in the, since we're talking about writing and reading. OWL is the acronym for Online Writing Lab. It's from Purdue University. And this has a lot of great information on MLA style and formatting, APA style, general writing. So this website is great for writers. So I'm going to share that in the chat. I use this website as a reference often. I highly recommend it. So it's great. Check it out in the chat. Part of this class also is putting you in touch with research avenues, places you can go and trust, places that your teachers use. I can give you my opinions on websites that I know of and direct you to resources that are available online, because we should use the internet. It's a great resource. There's so much there, but we should use it responsibly. We should know where to go. Certain websites are much more reputable than other websites. They're credible. You can trust them. You can trust the information. You can trust the information on Smrt. You can trust the information on Purdue Owl. These websites are websites where you have a lot of accurate, trustworthy information. So, okay, first time to watch live. You had an earthquake. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Don Sikister, Bathan, I'm sorry to hear about the earthquake. That's very, very sad. I hope everybody's okay. So if you don't know about the topic, don't be afraid of it. We will learn about it. What I'd like to begin with, after we finish let me finish our notes from last week. Don't be afraid of new topics. That was the third point. Thank you for bringing us back to that. Who had mentioned that? It was a great question. Ala, thank you. Or no, Teresa. Sorry, Teresa. Thank you for that topic. So don't be afraid of new topics. Understand time constraints. This was a test-taking skill, but you're limited in your week how much time you have. You might have a job or other classes or a family, responsibilities. There's a lot of things that go on in life. So be aware of the time that you have and use it responsibly. And don't be afraid to guess. Guess at new words. Don't take the time to stop and look up every word. Maybe make a note of it to come back to. But don't stop for every single word that you don't know. Try to make a guess. Understand through context. And then we had a little example exercise, and we went through some other good questions. So the topic for today is sleep cycles. I want to begin speaking about the vocabulary. So take a look at these vocabulary words. We talked about a few. Last week we talked about occur. Occur means to happen. The events that occurred in the countries of some of our students were natural disasters, an earthquake. An earthquake occurred is the same as saying an earthquake happened. So that is how you can use the word occur. What other words here are unfamiliar to you? So these are academic words. These are words that you will see in everyday English. You will also see them specifically in academic reading. You'll see these in textbooks, or your teachers will use these words. They're academic words. They'll be used in professional language, business language. So please ask me questions about these words. I'm going to give you just a minute to look over them and come up with good questions, and then we'll expand on our notes, okay? So take a look at these, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we have some great questions in the chat. We're asking about words revealed, occur, maintaining. Okay, so accurate. Accurate is precise. Accurate's not on this list, but it means something that is precise to a high degree. It is correct. So an accurate answer will give you good marks on a test. A correct answer will give you good marks. When someone confirms information, if I say, I have one brother, you could say, is it accurate that you have one brother? And I would say, yes, that is accurate. That is correct. Responsive. To be responsive is to respond, to have a reaction to stimuli. So I used the example last week of a friend being asleep, maybe a roommate, and you poke them in the face and they don't move. That means they're not responsive. You might want to check if they're breathing or call, the hospital, call emergency services. If you poke your roommate in the face and they go, hey, stop it, they're being responsive. Same thing with conversation. If I ask you a question and you respond, you are being responsive in the chat right now. So that's what responsive is. Maintaining is to, Letitia, great question. I like that this is your first time in the class. You're asking questions. Everybody, congratulate Letitia. That's awesome. So the word maintaining is to continue an action or event as it is. So when we're maintaining something, we are, a phrasal verb synonym would be keeping it up, keeping up. So this means to persist, to continue without change. An example I like to give is if you are familiar with driving a car, if you have a car or if you take taxis, the taxi driver would do this, but you would have to maintain the vehicle. Maintaining the vehicle is keeping it clean, changing the oil, making sure the engine runs correctly by checking the fluids, checking the spark plugs, if it's a combustion engine. So all of these things, you maintain it. To maintain success in school, you have to do your homework, you have to study every day, study twice as long as you're in class. So maintaining is to keep something going as it is. Hopefully that helps a little bit. All right, occurrence is the noun of occur. Yes, that is correct. Rosa likes the word distinct. Absolutely, distinct is a good word. It means identifiable or unique in some way. I don't have permission to lessons. Aaron, email Zach. Send Zach an email. He can help you with that. And you can email me too. Copy me on the email. I'll put my email in the chat as well. I'll put Zach's again. And mine is... Mine is right below there. Okay, crucial. The meaning of crucial. Crucial is when something is very, very important. So what are 3 things that are crucial to life, are very important or very necessary? I would even say crucial is more similar to the word necessary. Water, food, and oxygen are crucial to life. Those are necessities. They're required. Crucial is like very important for functionality, for operation. So studying is crucial to academic success. Crucial, very important. All right, and I'm just going back through lots of great questions. Attracting and solving the problem. Maintain is to repair. Abdallah, maintain is not necessarily to repair. To repair is after it's broken. To maintain is to prevent the need of repairs. So we prevent the need of repairs. So there is a little difference there. Stimuli is something that makes you feel or do something. Yes, that's correct. Examples, contrast occurs when two different pictures are together. Yes, you could say that sentence grammatically. I'm just making sure I get all these questions for you. Do certain and accurate mean the same thing? So Bharat, your question, you said, are certain and accurate mean the same? You can say, do certain and accurate mean the same thing? Or you can say, are certain and accurate the same? And not exactly. Certain is like when you are sure of something in your mind, right? You are certain about a fact. It is like a knowledge term. It's something where you can be certain. You can be 100% sure of a fact. Accurate is describing the fact, not the certainty. So you may see them used similarly in textual sentences. I'd have to look at a few examples, but when I use the word certain, I use it to describe intangible things, like ideas about facts. I am certain I locked my door. I would not say I am accurate I locked my door. I can't say that. Certain, the word certain is similar to the word sure. I'm sure I locked the door. I'm certain I locked the door. Accurate is more similar to the word correct. So accurate information, correct information. Okay? Great question, though. That's excellent. Okay, so we talked about crucial. We talked about maintaining and maintenance. Maintaining is the act of keeping something up. Maintenance is the actual one-time repair. So I took my car in for maintenance. Maintaining your car is important in general. Let's see, essential. So the word essential is like necessary. Is that on this list? Crucial and essential are synonyms. Okay. You guys have great example sentences here. Maintaining is confusing for me. It's hard to understand it fully. Mona, sure. Maintaining, hopefully you understand by now. That question was from a little while ago. Ask me again if you still need more information. I don't have any questions right now. Okay, Rosa. Great, let's keep moving forward. So there's more words here. These are words that are very specific to this passage. I'd like to just, if you don't know these words, talk about them in the reading. We'll go over the exercise too. So the homework was this exercise at the top, which you have access to if you are a premium subscriber. My water bottle is green, so it doesn't really show up there. It looks like it's just a ghosty water bottle. That probably looks very strange on camera. Sorry about that. Didn't think about it. Okay. So I'd like you to see the homework here that our premium subscribers did, and all of you will get corrected homework. Some of you know that we're going through a lot of changes over here in Spokane right now, so I've been a little delayed in correcting your homework, but I will get that to you, I promise. So your academic vocabulary word, your first step in your homework was to put these into different categories. So choose these words, select, copy, paste, and put them into, I don't know the word, I see the word, and I think I've seen it before. I sometimes use the word, but I'm not 100% sure I use it correctly. And then I definitely know the word. I use it all the time. It's very familiar to me. I can give you the definition, example sentences, no problem. So we have 4 different degrees of understanding to the words, from new word, never seen it, all the way to I know this word, I use it every day. So please fill that out. It gives me an idea of your capacity for vocabulary, what you know right now, and it can help me guide you to learning new words and building your vocabulary, okay? So choose between the two reading vocabulary words and highlight the correct one. So if you went through the homework, I will give you corrections on this and comments, talk about it, but we'll do a couple of them together in class here. Getting enough sleep every night is crucial for one's health, or getting enough sleep every night is boosting for one's health. Which is the correct word there? Let's see answers in the chat. Let's do A, B, and C. I'd like you to just write in the chat A and then choose the word. Crucial or boosting. B, choose the word. Cycle or rate. C, processing and maintaining. So A, B, C, please answer these. Choose the best word, and then we'll talk about why the other answer is incorrect, okay? So please do that. I'll give you a couple minutes. Go. Wow, you guys are quick. Good job. All right. I love that everybody's answering. That's wonderful. First person to get them all right was Rosa. Next up was Leo. Everybody had really good, fast responses. Thank you for responding. Deary, Leo, Adaman, they're still coming in. Barat, Faris, Dapu, who else? Duad, Sushil, Steve, Elshin, Julio, Teresa, you guys are great. Thank you. Okay, so A, B, C, getting enough sleep. I'm going to read the sentences with the correct word. Getting enough sleep every night is crucial for one's health. A is crucial. B, the life cycle of nearly all animals includes birth, reproduction, and death. The life cycle. That's good. C, maintaining good health is difficult when people have busy lifestyles. So A, crucial. B, cycle. C, maintaining. Those are all the correct answers. So I'll go over all the correct answers for those of you that completed this and submitted it, premium subscribers. And there's a lot of great words in there. And for those students, I'll talk about why the other words are incorrect. If you have questions, though, I can answer them. Moving on. Pre-reading is good to do. So even though we're not in a group as you're doing your homework all the time, definitely try to create a discussion by putting your thoughts down. Take notes about your thoughts. So what is your pattern for sleep? When do you usually go to bed and wake up? Well, I know for a fact some of you are up right now at like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., very, very early in the morning. So for you, you have sleep schedules that are different than most people. Most people sleep during the night when the sun is down, and they're up during the day when the sun is up. That sleep cycle that is dependent on the rise and set of the sun is called your circadian rhythm. Circadian rhythm. Rising and sleeping with the sun. Everyone dreams at some point during the night. Do you usually remember your dreams? Are there any that have occurred repeatedly throughout your life? This is a fun question just to practice English together. I think dreams are fascinating, super interesting. So if you're not interested in the topic, as somebody said, what if you're not interested in the topic? If you're not interested in sleep cycles, like how you sleep, try to find an aspect of the topic that does interest you. So dreams are really interesting, aren't they? I think most people are interested in dreams. our own dreams, other people's dreams. It's like this other world that exists, right? It feels very real sometimes. So, Rosa, you rarely dream. Probably not. You probably dream every night. I think science says that we dream every night. We just don't remember our dreams. So, when you say you rarely dream, maybe you just don't remember your dreams. I don't know for sure. I'm not a neurologist. I'm not a scientist that studies this, but from what I've read, that seems to be the case. Okay. Why poor Ottoman? What happened to Ottoman? Did I miss a note or something? Anyway, okay. I never remember my dreams. Letitia doesn't remember her dreams. You dream, but you do not remember. So Leo seems to think the same thing. Leo and I are both amateur scientists. Leo, maybe you're a professional scientist. I don't know. Okay. Swole China is here. Awesome. Very cool. Happy to have you. So these are fun discussion topics. Use them. Even if we don't talk about them a lot during class in our chat, talk about it on Facebook later. Get a hold of people. Chat with them. All right, reading. So the first paragraph, the larger reading. Now, normally we'd go through this. We'd try to identify the general statement, thesis statement, but this was last week's homework. So we're going to go right into the main reading, okay? Here is the main reading. So there were our pre-reading topics, and here is the first paragraph of our reading. Here's the full reading, okay? So I'm going to leave my face off of this, but I'm going to read to you so you can hear my voice. We're going to go paragraph to paragraph and talk a little bit about it, summarize it, and give you a chance to ask questions about vocabulary words. Now, here's the strategy. As we read, let's say, for example, I don't know this word, unconsciousness. This is a new word for me. When someone falls asleep, they enter into a state of unconsciousness that results in extreme physiological changes in how both the mind and body function. Okay, state of unconsciousness. I don't know what this is. It's a new word for me, but I'm going to write it down maybe, or if it's my book or a copy of my own lesson, I can highlight it and come back to it later. But I'm going to keep reading to see if I can understand the meaning of the word later. Scientists continue to research the properties of sleep, especially the stages that people enter when sleep occurs. Ooh, okay. So enter into a state of unconsciousness. And then the next sentence, the very next sentence, we have stages that people enter when sleep occurs, when sleep happens. So I have enter when sleep happens, and I have enter into a state of unconsciousness. So the repetition of that verb, enter, leads me to believe that maybe these two things are connected. Unconsciousness and sleep, when sleep occurs. So I'll just tell you right now, unconsciousness means when you are asleep. You are asleep, you're not conscious. You are not awake. Consciousness, without the un, means awake, aware. So this is a good example of continuing to read on to try to see if we can guess at the meaning of the word or discover the meaning of the word through more information and more context. Okay? So we're going to keep reading, and I'm going to just take my face off so you can read with me, listen to my pronunciation, and then we'll summarize each paragraph, okay? So, the cycles of sleep. When someone falls asleep, they enter into a state of unconsciousness that results in extreme physiological changes in how both the mind and body function. Scientists continue to research the properties of sleep, especially the stages that people enter when sleep occurs. Regardless of age or the total amount of time needed for healthy sleep, people sleep in 4 distinct stages, which are repeated throughout the night, that make up their sleep cycle. So, to summarize, we are talking about sleep and falling asleep, that state of unconsciousness. We are talking about the body and mind changing function. And we are talking about scientists finding this interesting. They want to research it more. So, no matter your age or the time needed for healthy sleep, there's 4 stages which are repeated throughout the night. So we're going to learn about 4 stages of sleep, 4 distinct stages. Okay? Sarbajit, yes, you should either, if you own the book, Sarbajit's question is, should we mark down words we don't know while reading and look it up later in a dictionary? Yes. If you can mark it in the book, do it. If you have to take separate notes, do it. You could make a note like this. Let me show you an example. Like if I have a book that I'm not allowed to write in, I can write paragraph 1. And then if I see, sometimes your books will have numbers here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If it's sentence 6 or something, you could write 6, distinct. Okay? Or you can just write paragraph 1, distinct. And go back later and look for that word, okay? And then paragraph 2. And then find a word that you don't know in paragraph 2. If I don't know the word occur, I would say paragraph 2, occur. Okay, and you can go back later and look. But make notes or highlight them in the actual text. All right. Okay. Next paragraph. Let's see if I can make this a little bit bigger. Not really. The next paragraph. The first stage of sleep occurs when people are just beginning to fall asleep. And at this point, people are in a state where let me start over. The first stage of sleep occurs when people are just beginning to fall asleep. And at this point, people are in a state somewhere between being asleep and awake. At this time, the muscles of the body are still active, and the eyes may continue to open and close slightly. People may experience periods of dreaminess at this time, much like daydreaming during the day, but it is not real dreaming, which occurs later on. During stage 1, which lasts around 5 to 10 minutes, it is fairly easy to awaken the sleeper. However, at stage 2, it becomes gradually harder to do so, as this is the first stage of true sleep. Large physiological changes occur over the 10 to 25 minutes of this stage, such as the stopping of eye movement, slowing of the heart, as well as breathing rate, and decreasing of body temperature. So, we are learning what happens during this first stage of sleep, and then we are learning about the second stage as well. So here we start talking about stage 2. So we learned about stage 1, it's easy to wake somebody up. Stage 2, it is harder to wake someone up because they are falling deeper into their sleep. Third paragraph. Following the relatively lighter stage 1 and 2 sleep, sleepers enter into the deepest part of the sleep cycle in the third stage, when they become much less responsive to any outside stimuli, which evokes little to no reaction. Interestingly, it is during this stage that people may experience a great deal of movement in the form of sleepwalking, a condition known as somnambulism. The body repairs itself over the 30 minutes of this stage and stores energy for the coming day. So it is crucial for maintaining health, stimulating growth, repairing tissues, and boosting the immune system. Being awoken during this stage results in unpleasant feelings of grogginess and disorientation, which can last for several minutes. So here we learn about stage 3, which we discover is a very important stage of the sleep cycle. It is the stage where a lot of things happen. Our body is being repaired. Some people experience somnambulism or sleepwalking. Now you know a fancy word for sleepwalking. So this is a really important stage of sleep. It's where our body repairs itself and where we get energy for the next day. Next paragraph. The final stage of sleep, known as rapid eye movement, or REM sleep, is where dreaming occurs. Surprisingly, although the muscles are paralyzed during this stage, it is in fact one of the lighter sleeping periods in the night and is marked by a large increase in brain activity. Just as stage 3 sleep helps renew the body physically, REM sleep seems to help the mind by consolidating and processing information taken in and learned during the day, as well as strengthening neural connections in the brain itself. The whole cycle from stage 1 through REM sleep occurs repeatedly throughout the night, about every 60 to 90 minutes or so. All people need sleep and are healthier when they get the sleep they need. When a good night's sleep is allowed to follow its natural path through all 4 stages of the sleep cycle, from stage 1 to REM sleep, the true benefits of sleep are realized. As more research is done, surely more secrets about the purpose of sleep will be revealed. Okay? So that is the reading for today. This last paragraph is our conclusion paragraph, and it summarizes in saying that we are healthier when we sleep. A good night's sleep is the natural 4 stages, and the benefits are apparent, are sort of self-evident. We all experience this. So it's also saying that research is not done. As more research is done, secrets will be revealed, meaning we still know very little about this. So more research should and needs to be done so we can get a better understanding. Okay. Yes, Rosa says the 4th stage of our unconscious state of sleep is when dreaming happens. Yes, that is true. Okay, so for those of you that have access to the exercise, we want you to finish this if you haven't and share it with me. If you don't have access to this and you want access, simply, like I said, email Zach, go to this link, smartenglish.com/live/live, or email Zach at smartenglish.com, or email me at joshua.live@smartenglish.com, and I can help you out. Yeah, that is the class for today. I want to end with just a few questions and then also talk about what our next class will be like. Now, I still leave this open to our premium subscribers. If you guys have a topic, or anybody really, if anybody that's in the class, if you have a topic that you want to know more about, let me know. Send me an email, tell me what you want to learn about. If it is something that applies to this course, to English for academic purposes, then I will of course be happy to teach it or direct you to a video if we've already taught the subject. But there's always more. You can always expand on it. So if you want to go back to APA references, we can do another class on that and cover topics that we didn't have time to cover last time. If you want to read about contrast between Chinese and Western medicine, that's great. If you want to read a short story together, there's The Necklace. We can talk about academic reading. To Build a Fire, I love that one. I think we've done a class on that before. The Rocking Horse Winner, a bit of a sad story, but it's fun to read together and talk about understanding the reading. We can read about nerve cells, et cetera, et cetera. My plan is for the next classes that we do to go over the listening on the sleep cycle. So we've done academic reading, academic writing. We just finished our second class on academic reading. Now I want to go into academic listening, and we're going to listen to topics and then talk about them on the sleep cycle. That is right here. This is going to be the next lesson that we do. We'll talk about the academic words, the vocabulary, and then we'll do some pre-listening, and the listening exercises will likely be homework for our premium subscribers, and then we'll talk about them a little bit. Probably just one class, We will go 2 classes if we need to, but more than likely that'll be just 1 class. So we have some moving around to do with some studio equipment. Hopefully that will not interrupt any of the classes. I expect to be here next week. I know some of you were asking about that in the chat. We do have to move some studio equipment a little bit and make some changes to the setup we have here. So that will take a little bit of time, and I hope to have it all put back together and working efficiently to have class next week for all of your teachers. We will see what happens though. Anything can happen, right? So I want to make sure that you guys know I'll do everything I can to just not interrupt and keep the schedule going as is. So lots of good questions about vocabulary, and thank you guys for all the wonderful questions. Thank you to our new students. I'm glad you were here. I hope to see you next week. Same time, same place. Invite a friend. Reach out to me on Facebook if you want. Usually I give this out in class in the beginning. I haven't yet this class, but let me just log in really quick. Oh, there we go. Too many passwords. So here is me. Feel free to add me on Facebook. I will accept your friend requests, and we can chat on there too. So have a wonderful rest of your day. Email me any questions. There is no new homework for premium subscribers, but I would like you to tell me, premium subscribers, what subjects you want to learn in the coming weeks. So we did sleep cycles reading. We're going to do sleep cycles listening next week, which is a great lesson, a fun lesson. And then we'll go over some related topics after that, okay? So great class. Thank you so much, everyone. You guys are wonderful students. I really appreciate all the wonderful questions. Without thoughtful questions like yours, the class isn't what it is. I need you to ask me the questions that will guide you and lead you to building your knowledge base, building the information you have for English. So, Ramadan starts Friday. This Friday? Wow, that came up quick this year. So I understand some of you during Ramadan may miss class, or it may be harder for you to focus. Please know that I will do my very best to still help you. Send responses to questions you have. So if you're too tired or aren't able to watch the class because of Ramadan, please watch the class later or whenever you get a chance, and then send me questions via email, and I'd be happy to answer those for you, because that's an important time of year, and I want to support you as you fast and as you still try to strive and continue to study during that difficult time. So excellent. I'm really happy for all the questions, and thank you for showing up. I'll see you guys next week, and in the meantime, I'll see you on Facebook, and let me know what questions you have about this video, this lesson. Again, you can send me an email. My email is, let me put it up here in big letters, joshua.live@smartenglish.com. So that is me. Bam, right there. Nice and big. So you can send me an email there. Zach, in case you need his email, zach@smartenglish.com. So the students that said they had trouble logging into their accounts, Zach is the man. He's the guy to talk to. He will help you. And if you can copy me on the email too, and I'll do my best to help you as well. So have a great day. As always, have a good morning, afternoon, evening, and a good night. Remember to use English, English, English. Study a lot, and be nice to somebody today. Smile at them, wave hi, say hello, practice your English with them. It'll make the world a better place. Here's a quick message from Sean, and I will see everybody next week.
Hi everyone, thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe to our channel. Also, if you want the full experience of being a student in a Smrt Live class with things like homework and teacher feedback, follow the link and become a premium subscriber. Also, if you want to see more videos from this class, check out our playlist.